I want to record some creative shots of me driving my car in some really beautiful countryside, but I also want to do some vlogging and record some of the action in wide angle. If only there was a camera that allowed me to do both. Damn, splendid. Alright, this is the Insta360 ONE RS Twin Edition. It's building on from their previous 1R model in what is supposed to be a much improved version. And boy did they improve it. This new modular design means it's the absolute perfect camera if you're not sure whether to use a wide angle or a 360 camera, or sometimes you might need both. This basically lets you have best of both worlds. So in terms of bang for your buck, this is awesome. In a very compact design, it makes it super convenient, and we'll talk about how to attach it to things and make the most of the footage. But the main thing about this model now is how you can quickly take one camera out, like so, and pop the other one in, like so, and then get the battery back in there, like that. This design makes it that much easier to operate, right? You can go from a beautiful stabilized image from a kind of wide angle lens to an action camera 360 view in seconds, right? Fantastic. What if we run out of time and second chances, empty-handed? This for me is a game changer. If you're going traveling or simply vlogging and you want to be doing some activities when you get to your destination, you can do the vlogging section, getting some of the scenery using the 4K boost wide angle lens, then using the 360 lens to attach to your bike or your helmet, your car, surfboard, whatever it might be, right? To get the action, to get that extra dimension to your shots. In other words, you're getting two cameras into one. A powerful 4K point and shoot and a 5.7K 360-degree action camera. Fantastic value for money. We're going to cover quite a lot in this video, and I have some tutorial videos coming up as well. So let me show you some examples here and talk about the key features of this camera. A lot of the power of this camera is in the software that allows you to quickly edit your footage and add special effects that are very unique to this camera. And you can do all of this using just your smartphone. For even better results, you can download the Studio app and edit the footage on your computer with even more features. The 4K boost lens has half an inch sensor with 48 megapixels. This will provide a much improved image quality in comparison to the previous model for great video or taking photos. I found using this camera, because it's so light and so small, is a great way to record more standard videos like vlog sections or inside my car, where those shots don't really need adding a lot of dimension to it, doesn't need to be extra creative. But because of active HDR as well, the video coming out of this is not just stabilized, but it will keep a lot of the details in the highlights and shadows, which gives you that great looking footage. And they've got this 6K widescreen mode, and if you use that, you can get these very detailed shots with 2.35:1 ratio, which makes the footage look a little bit like cinematic, like a Hollywood movie. When taking photos, you can use pure shot mode as well, which allows you to enhance the dynamic range, reduce noise, and increase the level of detail. When you go to edit this, it's best to use the Insta360 Studio app. Now, when you want to portray an idea of having fun, this is where the 5.7K 360 lens comes into play. Literally. I've only had this for 2-3 weeks and it's been so much fun already. Attaching it to my car, using the Selfie Stick, I was able to get some really cool shots for another review as well that I was doing. But as you can see here, this is great for adding more creative shots to your arsenal and just let your creativity flow. Also, having the ability to record footage and not having to worry about the selfie stick, sticking out like a sore thumb is awesome. See what I did there? The ONE RS lens hides the selfie stick from the footage automatically, which is fantastic. It means that, you can get shots like this, which looks like a drone is following your car or yourself. So it's literally allowing you to not just point and shoot, but to shoot and point later. In other words, when you're out there having fun, that's the only thing you need to worry about, having fun. You can see here on the phone that you get the live footage of what's being recorded. Looking at the camera, it seems to be stable, so the accessories worked as well. All good so far. The editing and creativity can come later. You can kind of rest assured that as long as it's recording, you can mess around with the footage later on. And if you're into extreme sports, they also have this 360 horizon leveling. This means that doesn't matter how much you flip in the air with your bike or with your surfboard or whatever you might be doing, the horizon will always stay level. This is great. You can get like mountain biking shots, you can get running shots, whatever it might be that makes the camera go in this sort of movement. The software will take care of that and it will keep the horizon level. Fantastic.
take pride, losing balance. What if we run out of time and say
The core of the One RS also had an upgrade. This is the brains of the operation here. And the result is a better in-camera stabilization and faster Wi-Fi transfer as well, which is great. I think it's 50% faster now. Really good if you want to kind of using social media for quickly upload your footage to Instagram or TikTok, whatever it might be. This is great. That stabilization is called flow states in the Insta360 language. It's absolutely insane. I mean, it's basically like having a gimbal. It really takes all of the camera shake away, leaving you with this very immersive, very smooth footage. Whether you're just walking with it or doing things like attaching it to a car or whatever, it's nice to come back to edit the video or load it into your phone and not having to worry about what part of the footage was smooth, right? Because all of it is. And speaking from experience, this has happened to me so many times, even with a very stable phone like the iPhone or my GoPro, where I record some great moments, but then when I go to the edit, the footage is either needs a lot of work to make it stable or is simply unusable. One of the biggest problems of action cameras in general is audio quality, but this is another area in the One RS that has vastly improved in comparison to previous models. This is what the audio sounds like straight from the Insta360. There's cars going by. It's a very, very windy day, but as you can see, it's very usable on a vlogging situation for travel videos. You're not going to be in a hill facing like this like I am today in a very windy day. You're probably going to be in a much nicer location when you do your vlogs, but yeah, this is pretty doable actually. Of course, if you're attaching this to your Ferrari, then that wind noise is not really going to be something you can deal with, but for general use like this, it does the job really nicely. It also has a bigger battery now. In comparison with the previous model, it has now 21% more capacity. Again, for traveling or if you're doing a lot of recording in one day, this is great. Which reminds me, YouTube can be quite tricky for us smaller creators. I'm very grateful for every single one of you, the 25,000 of you who already subscribe to my channel, but it's hard to keep doing this and maintaining my day-to-day job. As you can see here, it's quite dark now, but that's the reality sometimes, that's when I can do YouTube some days. So if you're enjoying my work so far, I would really appreciate a thumbs up on this video. I'm here at least once a week anyway, but I'd love to give you even more content. Back to this amazing camera. Both the battery and the mounting bracket had an upgrade as well. There is a very convenient quick release button now. You just press it like this, and it pops up, and in goes the camera. Just slide it in like this. So easy, right? With a quick release button. And the casing itself is what makes the entire thing waterproof to 16 feet, I think. Not only that, but it has a little windproof cover inside to reduce that wind noise as well. Here's something I didn't know. If you already own the One R core, you can use the 4K boost lens with that as well. Which means for One R owners, you don't have to upgrade the whole lot in one go. Because of this modular setup, you can upgrade bit by bit. And that basically is the beauty of this design. They have some great accessories, which I will be trying in my travels, and I really can't wait to share more on that. You can get this motorbike/bike accessory, which opens up a whole load of options for great footage as well. I wasn't happy with this shorter black stick, so I went and got a bigger one. Just cut a bit off. Yes. Look at this. This is a 3-meter long stick. Despite this huge size, it's actually quite light. It's really manageable to hold it. More importantly, this is what's going to give you that footage that makes like you're being followed by a drone. I really like this shot. It's fantastic to give the viewer a better idea of your environment and that kind of more immersive experience. If you want versatility, detailed shots, incredible creative shots with some awesome stabilization, this is the camera for you. The YouTube artificial intelligence reckons that you're gonna like this video over here. And I made this playlist as well for you, which I hope you'll like. Hope to see you there, and I will be back with more on this one. See you soon.